What's up guys, Eli here, back for another film review. Today we're going to be talking about Lake Mungo. Got my DVD right here. Now I had seen this before, but I really wanted to get the get myself a physical copy, so I did that. Now Lake Mungo is an Australian film released back in 2008. And as you can see, it was one of the films that debuted on the 4th edition of the After Dark Horror Fest. Now I have not seen every movie from the, those After Dark Horror Fests. But I can say that this is by far the best of all that I've seen, and I've seen a good handful. So Lake Mungo was directed by Joel Anderson, who, despite the cult status of this movie, has not directed anything since. This was his first and so far only movie that he ever directed, and I wish I knew why. So the movie begins with a tragedy hitting a local community in Australia. A family spending the day swimming loses Alice, a 16-year-old girl, to a drowning accident. Now, I will mention that this movie is filmed in the mockumentary style with found footage elements, not unlike what had been done, with movies like The Blair Witch Project, 10 years earlier. Both movies, though, are textbook examples of how to do it right, not to mention simple yet effective storytelling. Several weeks after the tragic incident, strange things began happening at the Palmer house, especially in and around Alice's room. Alice's mom was having vivid nightmares from the trauma to the point where she didn't even want to sleep at night. She was also doing strange things like wandering the neighborhood and going into people's houses. I would say, out of the entire family, she took it the hardest. Alice's father was grieving in his own way, submersing himself in his work and just trying to move past everything as best as he could. The atmosphere here is a very real feeling tone, yet chilling and incredibly sad. You feel for this family, and you find yourself paying attention to every single word of the dialogue. The tone here is so close to a real documentary that you can't even really tell the difference, and all these things together form a very immersive experience for the viewer. As the story continues to unfold, Alice starts randomly appearing in recently taken pictures. Her father is confused because he's the one that identified the body after it was discovered. But since her mom refused to be there to identify Alice's body, and I really can't blame her, she believes that Alice is still alive since she never had the closure that, her father had. And he doesn't really believe it, but a small part of him wonders if maybe, just maybe, he made a mistake and Alice is really out there. He almost hopes for it, in fact, as any parent really would. The story continues to unfold at its own pace, and you start to learn more about Alice. She was a good kid, but she definitely had some secrets, and she didn't tell a single person about them. The family learns that before the incident, Alice had buried her phone while on a school trip. After discovering this, they go out to hopefully dig up the phone, hoping that whatever is on there might help them figure everything out. And that's really as far as I can go. This movie is too goddamn good for me to spoil it for you. So I can't find a single thing to complain here with Lake Mungo. The acting was perfect for what was needed. You could relate to every character like only few mockumentary-style movies really achieve. The pacing was perfect, not a wasted second here. Everything is relevant and necessary, and this is also a master class in storytelling. This is not a casual watch. You have to sit down, turn off the lights, ignore all outside distractions, and if you don't, it's your fucking loss. Lake Mungo is heartbreaking and chilling both at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. I find absolutely nothing to complain about with this movie. It's as perfect as anything of its kind could possibly be, in my opinion. Do yourself a favor and do not skip this one. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but you can find the DVD out there pretty cheap. So anyways, have any of you guys seen this? I'm really, really eager to hear your thoughts. If you didn't like it, that's fine. I just think you're fucking wrong. I know, with the mockumentary style and, found footage and all, movies like that people are sometimes nowadays instantly opposed to. You got to keep in mind, though, this did come out in 2008 when that was still a thing that wasn't quite as overdone as it is now. But, I wouldn't change anything about this. I would not even, if I could go back in time and make this not a mockumentary style, just make it, traditional traditional style movie, I would not change it. It's perfect the way it is. I absolutely loved this movie. This was my second viewing, as I said earlier in the review, but the first time, I did the movie a disservice because I was streaming it on my laptop. Which, first of all, yeah, don't watch this on your phone or your laptop or a tablet or anything. You gotta watch it on a real TV. Anyways, I was streaming it on my laptop, and I just, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing things that you do when you are on your laptop. I had it as background noise, and I remember, I just, it didn't affect me the way that it did this time, because I just wasn't giving it my undivided attention, which I'm so happy that I did this time. I love this movie. I actually can't wait to watch it again. I mean, is this a super rewatchable movie? It's not. A lot of great movies are not. But I can't wait to maybe, watch this with some friends that haven't seen it and, be there while they experience it for the first time. I loved it. Fantastic. As always, I appreciate you guys. We'll talk soon. Fucking cheers.